Yes, yeah, that's it, Papa.
Tributes continue to pour in for the late broadcaster Kwadwo Asare-Bafo Achampong, who passed on Saturday, November 18. Beyond being well-mannered, Kaba was well known for the ease with which he blends humor with hardcore political talk, as well as his ability to get the big names in Ghana's politics at his table to reveal what hitherto would have been hidden. Since news of his unfortunate death, shockwaves have gone through the political space, with many renowned political figureheads bouncing back words of consolation to the many grieving people, his family, friends, and colleagues in the media fraternity. This, perhaps, is one of the most recent memories of him still lingering on in the minds of many Ghanaians. Even the president, Mr. Ekosii, recalls so vividly.
A very good admirer of yours and a very good supporter of the MPP in London called Gorazo sent me a message that wild nature known about the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, seemed to have fizzled out, and you seem to have been tamed by the presidency. Have you been tamed, Mr. President?
Mr. Kaba, a lot of the image of myself that went out was an image painted by my political opponents for their own purposes. And there are people here who are not my political sympathizers, but who are friends of mine who have known me for a long time, who know that there's nothing wild about me.
President Ekosii took to social media to express shock at the demise of the affable Kwadwo Asare-Bafo Achampong. Shocked by the news of Kaba's death, undoubtedly one of the most talented journalists of his generation, condolences to his wife, family, and the Multimedia Group. Shortly after that, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia added, "I have learned with shock the sudden demise of Kaba of Asempa FM and the Multimedia Group. May God give his widow, family, and the entire media fraternity the fortitude to bear this painful loss." This is from former President John Mahama's Facebook page. Since then, many more leading figures and prominent persons have been extending their condolences to his family and colleagues. A former ambassador and former chairman of the National Media Commission, Cabral Blay Amihia, believes a great journalism career has just been snuffed out by death. Imani Africa's Franklin Kujo also took to social media to express his condolence. Kwadwo Asare-Bafo Achampong was undoubtedly one of the very few journalists in Ghana who respected scholarship and had honest regard for the very few independent minds and thinkers in this country. I enjoyed every interview I had with him. Such rare, curious, and lively minds was Kaba's. The entire Imani family commiserates with his rather young family, and we know his replacement with family and on radio will be difficult. Rest well, my brother.
I've done this job for some time now, and I've come to realize that consistency is the name of the game. When people realize that you are a bit consistent with what you do, they come to trust you. So I can say that I'm trusted with what I do.
Since the passing of the late Kwadwo Asare-Bafo Achampong, better known as Kaba, and family, friends, staff members, and his close friends are yet to come to terms with this unfortunate piece of information. His numerous followers on Facebook, on Twitter, and Instagram can simply not come to terms with the passing of the ace broadcaster. Close friends and colleagues cannot still come to terms with the news. In these words, they share their final moments with the smooth-talking broadcaster and great interviewer.
Okay, sir.
He was okay to go and rest. So I took him home. We sat in his hall. We have a chat and everything. So all I said to him is I have to go back to work and bring my car back home, because I drove his car. He drove in, and then because of he want to go and rest, he said, let's go home together. So I said, I have to drive you home. We sat down because the wife is not at home. We have a chat, and the brother came, and then we have everything, and I have to come back to work. It was a big blow when my boss, Samirinchi, called me that this has happened.
I had the opportunity of talking to him on Thursday and Friday. You know, I was here when he came for his shows on those various days, and, you know, we had a talk. I mean, personally, I've not been around for a while, so he sees me and asks me where I've been and what has been happening to me, and I tell him I've been sick for a while, you know, encourages me, and good to see that you're back on your feet again and all of that. I mean, there's a person that would not look at you like some stranger when others are doing so, you know what I mean, and it's a big family, and so personally it's a big blow. He was asking me how I'm doing and all of that, so it's heartbreaking, and we've lost the jam.
Management of the Multimedia Group continues to extend their condolences to the family of the former talk show host, even in these very depressing moments in the life of the group.
I've worked with him right from the word go. I gave him the show with support from management, of course. And we have fun, we play, we live as a family. The Multimedia place is a family. Much as I was his direct supervisor. We eat together, we'll make jokes, we'll make fun. And he's a nice guy.
A book of condolence has since been opened at the reception of the Kokomlemle office of the Multimedia Group in his honor. Kaba na Ekosii saying, Kaba, Demri Fadji, forever in our hearts, forever in our thoughts. Rest well till we meet again.
Ebenezer, baby, Asafu Yehoah, what do you be doing here?